Okay, it claims I'm live. We'll see about that. We shall see. Alright, okay, there we go. Now that's live. Alright, so what we have here today, I got a few things. I got a PC case right off the screen that you can't see. We're building a computer out of solely used parts. Well, mostly. I'll get into that in a second. So, off to the side here, you can't see, I have a PC case that I got at Facebook Marketplace. I have all the other parts to it. They're just over there somewhere. But everything else came, well, the SSD I have, or I've had, and this power supply I've had. They're both used parts. I've had them for a while. I know that they're good parts. And I want to make this so I can actually see my OBS screen. There we go. Alright. Everything else came from eBay. I don't necessarily like the way the guy packaged this. It's fine. Everything came in one piece. But this I put in here because I had it out in the living room. That's a flash drive. But he just left the I/O shield just loosey-goosey in the cage, or in the box. Not the end of the world, but it's everything, it arrived all in one piece and nothing looks damaged. And I got a, what do they call these, SLI bridge. That is not going to be necessary for what we're doing. But what did I get in here? Obviously, I didn't. If I'm building an extreme budget, it's not going to be a B650 plus Wi-Fi, right? So this is an Asus. Let me get that out of here. Sorry, I know that's right underneath the microphone, and I just hit the microphone. This is a Asus H170 Pro Gaming. This has an i5 6500 in it, and is, it's basically ready to go. And then this also came from eBay, but I decided to get brand new because I think this was $26. And, yeah, let me do something real quick. I want to make sure that the stream is working. And crap. I always get that email. Let me used. Alright, cool. That's working. And I have somebody I'm going to send this to. Alright. If you want. Alright, so that's sent. Alright, so like I said, I don't know which ones are going to go on, which ones are the right ones yet. Usually, like I said, I just got the stuff. And what I'm going to do right now, I really didn't feel like dealing with all the hassle of setting up a monitor, so we're going to go in directly to the capture device to test this. We're going to, I need a power cable too. I should have one here. I mean, I just unplugged that other computer. I should have the power cable here. Oh, that's another HDMI cable I could have used. I got cables everywhere. I think this might just be an extension cord. I'm gonna have to move out of the way to do this. Well, there's cases where I probably should have thought about that before going live. I have. You know what? We'll use this power cable. I'm not using that monitor. Alright. So here we go. We will. My understanding is I should be able. I know with some of your Ryzen ones you can't. My understanding is you can test the board using the onboard graphics with this. This is, like I said, the H170 board and a i5 6500. Is this let's say this should be it here. I don't believe I need the whole 8-pin, but alright, so this one's that one. Alright, cool. We have lights on the board. And why? This is not there we go. This power supply is a little bit noisy, but we'll deal with that. Alright, that's that one. Alright, it just rebooted. Hopefully that's a good sign. It's continuing to reboot. That might not be a good sign. That might not be a good sign at all. Although now it's staying on. I should have some sort of picture. What sucks is both of these capture devices are called USB video. Let's let me switch the RAM into the other sides. Maybe I have a monitor right there. I don't really want to get it, but if I have to, I will. I didn't really feel like setting up a monitor for this. I'm at a weird angle here trying to put RAM in. Oh, gotta turn the power supply back on. That's going to be weird on live. Alright, so I'm just getting nothing out of this right now. So I think what I might have to do let's let's just go for broke. This is an EVGA GTX 1070, allegedly. Although it looks like it's never been opened, so I don't think they had the opportunity to rip me off that way. Because I don't know if you remember back in the day, people were putting like 1070 and 1080 coolers on the 1060s and selling them. Alright, that one's DisplayPort, that one's HDMI. I mean, hell, this could be a bad HDMI cable for all I know, or my little capture device just doesn't like it. But now I'm even more hidden. Oh, shoot. Hey, thanks for reminding me. There we go. Now we're good. Okay, so that is the top one. So the one I want is the bottom one. I may just have to step aside for a minute and grab a different capture device. I am really sorry, everybody. This has been weird. We have very limited space here, so this is not always great. And there's that. Hopefully this... I have two of these, and one of these doesn't work, so I've never actually put bad on one of them, because that would make, or toss it, because that would make way too much sense. Alright, let's do this. Alright. I would like to think oh, here we go. Alright, cool. So we have a functioning system. And I had a mouse here on the keyboard, or on the... Alright. So I need to... Alright, so we are, in fact, an i5 6500. 16 gigs of DDR4, so that's good. Alright, now I know the system works. We can proceed. I have things set up in a way that I can actually see the chat. So if anybody has anything they want to say, I do see that PJ's Pat Rod said we had the power, or you had the power. Somebody like Spike Cohen would say, I am the power. Alright. So, ooh, that's actually a good point. I gotta find the rest of these screws. I bought this case off of Facebook Marketplace, and the story behind it's kind of hilarious because, oh, your PJ's rat rods. That makes sense. Anyway, so now we know the system works. The only system that works. Alright, so I bought this case off of Facebook Marketplace, and the story behind it's kind of stupid and funny. Is the guy had a tattoo in Hebrew on his wrist when he took the pictures. So I thought that was kind of cool, and that's the whole reason I bought it. And then the case sat outside under my carport for a few months. I initially wanted this to be the case, or I was initially going to use this as the case for Luke's computer. But I ended up finding a good deal on the one that we used. And so that's what we did. I need to get some case screws I have over here. I did put them back over there, right? Yes. My apologies. I need to eventually get a bigger studio, but one that would allow me to actually be able to show you what I'm working on while I'm working on it. That would be great, but yeah, just like any other case, you just screw the power supply in, and when you can actually see it, that helps. But I'm gonna put this one fan down. In many ways, I'd rather have it fan up, but I know the cables aren't exactly the longest. And I think having the cables reach where I need them to be. This case is a lot more dented up and beat up than I remember. It's a random Corsair case. It's got a really nice red side panel. This, and then this screwdriver from Warren's Hardware in Mullica Hill, New Jersey, is not magnetized. For all your hardware needs, if you're ever in Mullica Hill, New Jersey. Not a sponsor, although I would accept them as a sponsor if they wanted. I have a lot of home improvement needs that I could do if that were the case. This case is actually so bent up. Oh, actually, of course, I dropped the screw as I was saying that. And you know what? We're still not going to put that in. That's fine. What I need to do is I need to get the 8-pin up there, because this is, I think this is going to be a case where having this up there now is a very good idea. Actually, we're going to have to go, unfortunately, we're going to have to go the cable managed route because these are not long enough. So, this is a case that is mainly going to sit on the other side of this table and be used for Linux distributions. For Linux distribution testing. So do I really care if it's not cable managed? Not really. But if you wanted to, you could build a much more cable managed PC than I'm going to. So this does have USB 3 on the front. I need to get all these cables out, and since I've already given up on one cable management, I think I'm going to give up on all of them. I hope that's okay. But the whole point of this particular computer, you might be thinking, Eric, why? Why are you building a i5 6500 when you know that Windows 11 is not going to support it? And what I've got to say to you is I have dropped all the screws that I had for my motherboard. Oh no. No, that's not it. No, they're all over here. Oh, this is the one I thought I dropped. What did I... So actually, we will put this fourth one in. Well, okay, I did drop it, but I thought it went on the floor. The point of this computer, there's going to be a series of videos coming up where I'm building a computer that is purposely not Windows 11 compatible. And, oh wow, I didn't realize this thing had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SATA ports. Now, I had another pack of things right here. I thought I had it on the table. Of course, I would lose something seconds before I need it. Probably. One of the things I noticed looking at the picture on eBay is that this did not have the M.2 screw with it. I was going to go ahead and add the M.2 drive right before I put it in the case. And that's not it. I need to be... Maybe I should not have done this as a live stream. But, this board will actually take even a 22110. I had bought a pack of M.2 screws. It came with a screwdriver, came with the screws, the standoffs, everything. And I thought I'd put it on the desk. I should have known. Does this little POS computer over here have anything I can steal? I'm going to steal something out of this little computer here. Hopefully it'll work. Actually, if it does, the M.2 will be a little more tilted down than I would like. Alright, cool. We have an M.2 in there now. And I'm going to have to go get a keyboard in a second too. But like I said, we're not going cable management route because where all the stuff lines up in this case, the power supply we're using just doesn't have the cable length for that. And this board is a bit much for this case, but it fits. And I'm only going to put 4 screws in because that's all I could find that fit these standoffs. Actually, wait a minute. There is a standoff, I think, right where I might have to pull a couple standoffs out. Oh, no, that's fine. But while it's out, let's, while the board's still out, let's do the stuff here. Let's do the front panel. I think the USB 3 is probably one of the worst plugs there are, just in terms of complete crappiness. I'm not going to worry about HDD LEDs. I say that as I'm plugging them in, right? Power LEDs, I'm not even going to worry about if it has the right polarity. Does this case have a reset switch? I guess so. If I got a plug for it, right? Alright, so I can put this one here. I might just put the, like I said, I'm only gonna put 4 screws in. You can do more on your computer. This is where I really should have grabbed one of my magnetic screwdrivers. Although this one wants to feel like I'm cross-threading it, so that's probably never coming out again. And I'll put this one in up here. So this, when I got the case, it had no fans. I have a box with some fans in it, and my LED, or my other stuff is probably with that box. So if I can find these, I might have put them, I'm an idiot, I put them in this box. So I'm going to take this out and do this the right way. There's a I just gotta figure out which one I want to use for it, because it doesn't need a tall standoff. This is a surprising case where being left-handed is not a bad deal. A lot of what I gotta do as a lefty is a pain in the butt with computers. But let me move this stuff over here. It's funny. This board has all kinds of RGB crap on the like headers and stuff, and I don't know if the previous owner used it, but I'm not. Alright, this is not very easy. It'd be much easier with a magnetic screwdriver. There we go. Alright, now this... Usually you have one or the other. You don't have this stupid metal cover and the end screws, but this has the stupid metal cover and screws. I'm pretty sure the person that I had texted, hey, watch this live stream, is busy texting me. It's like, you could put your comments in the video rather than texting me, because as you what I need to do is remove that one. This one. Like I said, so the whole purpose of this system is going to be for a series of Linux related videos in the future. So I can get that out without that. I am really struggling here, and I don't know why. I know I was sick earlier today, so maybe that could have something to do with it. I have this habit sometimes on the weekends where I know I have to eat at certain intervals, but then I just don't, and then it ends up making me like really sick later on because I didn't. And I went through the whole sickness deal with it, and then I started feeling really, really good. So I'm like, you know what? I'll go ahead and do this live stream. Certainly I'm feeling better, but I think I'm still feeling a little bit sick from earlier. Alright, I'm going to plug in. Oh yeah, that would have completely blocked it. Unfortunately, where this is the pass-through completely blocks it on the motherboard. I will try to run the 24 pin through, but nothing else. I already had the hell, am I even going to be able to... Alright, I'm just going to have to run the board with 4-pin, but since it's only an i5 2500 or 6500 and a I think we'll be fine. I'm not overclocking it. That's not going to be part of this. Let me grab keyboard. I now know where that mouse I had was. Turn that on. Let me grab a keyboard. actually be something on that SSD too. There is. We're not gonna worry about this Windows. I'm gonna let it. We're just gonna crash that, and did that shut off? We're gonna make that full screen. I think this is a USB 2.0 flash drive, so we're not going to worry too much about speed. But I do want to get back into the BIOS. Alright, cool. I'm going to be blocking my view of the chat. So, I might want to use the proper mouse for that. Okay, so does it see the... it definitely has to see it because, let's go into F8. We're gonna, what did that just do? I don't know how that just worked. Don't mind me. I'm only an idiot. Alright, so we're going to go into F8. Usually you hit like... Yeah, we'll test this. I've never used this before. If my brother ends up watching this, I'm sorry for saying it the way I do, but he won't shut up about it. And I told him that this has been on my list for a while of Linuxes to test. So now we're going to finally do it, Paul. Alright, so right now I have OBS up over the chat, so I can't see the chat. Actually, what I can do is... Alright, now I can see the chat. I don't know if this is actually doing anything or not. Let me go into full screen. I really should have this, I can't. It is possible that the... I think you have to be careful with, in the BIOS, you got to turn off like secure boot or something. Not to mention, it's getting warm in here. Let me go into here. Full screen, so now I can't see anything but this. We're gonna move that. Alright, where would this be? Pure boot. Alright, so it's not letting me change that, so we might um, I might have to come back to this particular version. And I don't like how sensitive that mouse is. Does anybody else have any ideas on this? Because, let me just, screw it. Let's just go right into install, see what happens. The other thing about this Bazzite is you have to download it for your hardware. Like if you have NVIDIA, you have to download the NVIDIA version. If you have AMD, you gotta do the AMD version. You know what though? So we're having problems with this, right? This appears to have a version of Windows 10 on it. So let's just take this out, hit reset. By the way, the RAM I used was this T-Force Vulcan Z DDR4 gaming. It was like $27 on eBay. So the motherboard and processor cost me $80 plus a couple dollars shipping. And all together with the shipping, the GPU cost me $85. So all in all, that's $160 plus the RAM. That's like another, we'll call it $190. The case, you can get a free case anywhere. Power supply, they're pretty cheap, and the SSDs, they're like $20 or $30. So like all together, you can build yourself a pretty decent gaming computer. Because the thing is, like, this particular system will actually be a pretty badass gaming system. Let me do this since I'm on. Yeah, like, this would be a pretty badass game. I mean, even with the 1070, you might think, hey, that's an old card, and it is, but 1070 is still pretty capable. I don't know what it's doing right now. This was in my main... This was in my streaming computer, the computer I'm streaming this with right now. And, like, I kept going back and forth between Windows and Linux. I think this is the slower SSD, because I had two that were from Inland. And one had 4 chips, and one had 2 chips. And I think the one with 4 chips was actually faster. I don't remember. But I just chose to keep that one in there. Excuse me. Now, I have a cheap PCI USB-C card in my gaming rig. Hopefully I have nothing... Utility is not for this platform. Oh, it might help to use the proper mouse. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. How? Alright. This mouse is super sensitive. I thought that was just the oh, I gotta start using vMix again. It turns out I actually bought a lifetime license for it. I thought I only bought a God only knows when the last time this was used. This is what I'm looking for, actually. I'm going to have to no. I might have just typed that wrong. The video has gotten really annoying. Wrong one. Always make sure you click on the the proper one before you start moving it. I was hoping I could do some Linux gaming before, you know, anything, but I'm gonna have to find out what's going on with that particular. Oh, I'm using the wrong mouse. Alright. I mainly just want. So while this is doing whatever it's doing, anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, emotional outbursts, political rants, that kind of stuff? Alright, so we will do. Even though this particular computer has never had a. Well, yeah, it has. It has had the 3060 in it and the 1050. Perform a clean installation. Why is everything always right behind me on here? Oh. Again, I'm trying to use the wrong mouse to click on install. I'm sorry, guys. I was expecting a more lively thing. But how long have we even been live? We haven't even been live a whole hour yet, and we have a fully working computer. I mean, that's a good sign. Was it Apex Legends that EA said that they're blocking from Linux because they can't. Apparently they claim that Linux users cheat more than other users, or something to that effect. Whew. Why would this need a... Oh, probably because this is an Intel board. Yeah, this had never had an Intel processor in it. This had only ever been, had only ever had an AMD processor in it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do, I might just go ahead and end this now. You know, get right up to the hour mark, basically, and just say, you know, hey, thank you guys for watching. What was it that I had? I really appreciate everybody that watches on a regular basis. It does help. I do have super chats, super thanks, Patreon, all that stuff. But the best thing to do to help the channel is to just watch it and comment and like. That'll put me in the that'll put me more in the eyes of more people. But other than that, I might just go ahead and set up Splashtop on this and let it go and work on it from out in the living room. I'm still not feeling well. I thought I was feeling much better, but I guess I'm not. So we're 55 minutes in, and we have a working computer. I need to finish putting it back together. Again, I don't care about the cable management, because this case is just gonna sit right down here. I'm actually gonna put it on top of this other computer that I have here that was my Linux test bed. But I had gotten these fans from Amazon. They actually come with quieters in it. But they're called, these are Dark Rock fans, but they're like basic fans. I'm just gonna put probably one in the middle, one up front here and one in the back. I bought these, came as a 3-pack because I wanted to put one in the back of Luke's computer. So I just went ahead and did that. And yeah, we'll oh, there's a fan header right there. I don't actually where it's at. I don't even need to take the bit off the. These are a bit warm, but I don't think it's anything to worry about heat-wise. Yeah, like I was making a joke about Warren Hardware. You know, like, hey, you know, if they wanted, man, if they wanted to sponsor me, it's like, dang, man, if that'd be my dream if a hardware store could sponsor me. I'm not I haven't accepted any paid sponsorships yet. There's a couple I keep getting from those CD key people, but I don't know what the heck is going on here. Can I do 1920 by 1080 yet? Apparently not. Let me... Yeah, I'm pretty much just going to go ahead and end the video here, or the live stream. Yeah, there is a little bit of warmth coming out of here, but nothing concerning. I think this hardware would be mild enough. What I was going for was the idea of somebody that built an upper mid-range computer. You know, so this is a i5 6500 GTX 1070, but they don't want to buy a new computer to run Windows 11. I mean, hell, they might not even want to run Windows 11. You know, what can they do to keep gaming? Or just to keep having a computer, you know? I say Linux is the most environmentally friendly way going forward, because running, you know, to run Windows 10 or run Windows 11, they want you to... What the heck? Oh, these are 140 mounts up here. Oh. No, I can put it right here. Okay. So, if you have a system like this one here is just out of the certification for Windows 11, but you don't need anything more to game for what you're gaming on, or the games you use. You know, what are you going to do? Just throw out a computer that you enjoy using for so long just to run another version of Windows and to get spied on and all that jazz? Alright, so both fans are in there. And I think this might be a good stopping point. Windows updates need to be done. I'm going to go ahead and do all that. Maybe. This still isn't running Windows, or this still doesn't have the driver correctly, does it? I really don't like this mouse right now. 3840 by 2160. How is that possible? This is a 1080p capture card and a 1080p display. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Okay. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody that watched. Everybody that watches in post-production, you're awesome too. But thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a wonderful day.